would leave her side. He just sits there, staring at her like a lost little boy.
Is there any way of knowing when she'll come to?
Dan, that could be a very long wait. Very long.
I don't blame Luke. If he wasn't in there, I would be.
Poor Dan, I know this is terribly hard for you.
I'll have to admit, Ruby's very special to me.
Ruby's become very special to a lot of us.
I just love her so much. I feel so close to her ever since the wedding. Oh, Laura, I wish you were here for Luke.
We're here for him in Laura's place.
But we can't do anything, and I worry about him. Rick,
I know.
first Laura, and now this. How much can one person take?
I would say just about as much as anybody could dish out. That's one very important reason why she loves him so much. His strength.
Yeah, he's got a lot more of that than most people suspect.
Well, it certainly is being tested, isn't it?
The Spencers are very resilient. We should all know that by now.
Here we go, everybody. Ah, thank you. How sweet of you.
Is he still in there?
Thank you. Yep.
Thanks
You're not
very
going to
much.
get him to move.
What's Ruby's condition at this point?
Well, she's going to improve. Goodness, she has to. For all of our sakes.
Well,
There we go.
I think I'll survive your coffee. It's pretty good.
It's instant. I got it on sale.
Oh, no. No more talk about sales. I've about had it with that subject. Have any jam?
Us bachelors never have jam. All part of the code.
Did you hear what you just said?
Look, if you're that hung up on jam, I'll go out and buy some.
I don't mean that. You just said bachelors, as in meaning you and Luke. Like he wasn't married.
Did I say that? I must apologize to him next time I see him.
Apologize for what?
Nothing, mate. I forgot to tip the waiter last night.
Oh,
You're certainly looking good today.
I'm feeling good. It's the first morning in forever. I've allowed myself to sleep in, and it feels fine.
I'm getting rather bored being worried about you.
I'm touched. What are you worried about me for?
This bedside vigil with Ruby is turning into an endurance test.
All worry and no sleep does not make a good man.
Well, it don't make a good woman either, honey. You look like you've had a pretty rough vigil yourself.
Yeah, I had about 4 hours with the bed, but unfortunately, sleep eluded me.
I know what you mean.
How's Ruby?
She is improving. Sorry. But
right.
she's not out of the woods yet. And as soon as I finish spitting this muffin all over you, I'm going back there myself.
You want some company?
Really, we could use a change.
Well, I don't think you want to go to a hospital for a change of scenery. Why don't you just stay here and keep working on our missing persons?
Well, we've gone about as far as we can on that one.
Robert, I don't want to hear that. You know that isn't so. We've barely scratched the surface. So why don't you, come up with something while I'm gone?
Hey, don't worry, we will. We're on the verge of a breakthrough right now.
You are? Well, good.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you later.
Why did you have to say that?
Say what?
Telling him we're on the verge of a breakthrough when we're not even bloody well close.
I'm keeping his spirits up.
Terrific. If it's one thing that Luke appreciates, it's honesty. So why don't we stop spiking his coffee with these dumb placebos of yours and get out and find a few leads?
Fine, then let's get started. The key to any mystery is in the past.
Is that how you see this? I mean, some sort of an Agatha Christie spin-off, now showing the 10 Little Lauras?
No, just a mystery, a very real and scary one. Now, if we approach this logically, with a sense of direction, we'll be able to solve it.
You and Luke should have been cheerleaders.
Just what I need, a comedian on my hands.
Okay. It's Let's Humor Jackie time. Off you go.
Okay. Fact 1. Laura Spencer returns to Port Charles, unpacks her baggage, and then disappears.
Somewhere on the waterfront.
Right. Fact 2, At the same time, Mel Wilson, the photographer with whom she was working with, leaves New York for Port Charles.
Fact 3. You receive a call from your sister, a frantic one at that, at about the same time.
Right. And Mr. Spencer sees her out in the frock.
And promptly vanished, only to make a reappearance by popular demand at Wyndham's department store. 3
isolated events, somehow joined together. I mean, I think we can safely say that it is more than a coincidence.
I'd agree with that.
And then the 3 of us are together.
Tracing telephone numbers and assessing the fact that Laura Templeton is with Mel Wilson.
Who's involved with the disappearance of both girls, along with Dee Gray.
Yes, let's not leave him out.
I think we should for the time being. I mean, we don't know anything about him, but we do know something about the others.
My personal feeling is that Mel Baby is our best lead at this point.
Yeah, but he's disappeared too.
Well, that's why we've got to go elsewhere.
Elsewhere? Where?
Mel's assistant in New York.
He has an assistant?
Yeah. Delphina, or Delphina, whatever her name is, gave me the woman's number this morning.
Well, so it looks like you have been working.
In my own inimitable fashion, yes.
Well, shall we call her?
What a good idea.
My sister.
Yes, Mel's assistant's name is Dora.
Dora, what difference does that make?
Well, back in the good old days, Dora always used to be a female name.
Right again. So what does that mean?
Well, it's an old trick in the spy game. You see, when charm, wit, deceit, and intelligence fail, you have one or two options.
Mm-hmm.
Sex or violence.
Oh, and I have a real good idea which one you usually choose.
Make love, not war.
Remember, Robert, this is a phone call.
Hey, some of my best moves are made over the telephone. This woman doesn't stand
give me
a chance.
a break.
Dora, darling. Robert Schofield here.
Who?
Robert Schofield. I mean, this is Dora, isn't it?
Yes, but I don't know any Robert Schofield.
Hey, sure you do. I mean, Laura Templeton introduced us. I can't believe you don't remember.
I'm sorry. I suppose I could have forgotten.
It was that party last year. About a year ago, you know. Hey, I sure remember you.
Oh. Well, should I take that as a compliment?
Oh, you'd better. Listen, the reason I called is, I'm looking for Mel Wilson.
Who isn't?
Excuse me?
I said who isn't?
You mean you don't know where he is?
No. Last I heard he was in Port Charles.
Well, you wouldn't happen to know where in Port Charles, would you?
Mm-mm. No, he was supposed to be staying in an apartment he was renting. But the phone's been disconnected, and I haven't heard from him since.
Uh-huh. Listen, you don't know if Laura went with him, do you?
Laura Templeton?
Yeah.
Probably. Mel doesn't like to leave his girls behind, and they've been tight for a long time.
Yeah, I know. Seems like forever.
Look, if you do get a hold of him, will you do me a favor and tell Mel to call me? Because we have been losing a lot of work.
Sure, it's the least I can do. Listen, do you know when he left?
Oh, early January. I think it was the 15th.
And you haven't seen him since?
No. You know, for an old friend, you're asking an awful lot of questions.
Well, it's kind of important that I talk to him. You know, it's a legal matter.
Oh, sounds very serious.
Oh, not really. Just important. Look, let me give you my number, just in case he shows up.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay, it's 555-2760.
760. Got it. Listen, I don't remember what you look like, but if you're ever free some night...
Hey, listen, we will have a drink. Most definitely. And look, just call me Robert, all right? And the next time we meet, I can promise you won't forget it. Ciao.
Ciao.
Small dog of Chinese extraction.
Great. Well, anyway, what did she say?
Woman?
No, the dog.